What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. You'll notice I don't have a drink in my hand because, well, this one was an interesting video. But before we get into that, go ahead and like, subscribe, share it with your friends to see my dumb face, because if you gotta see it, they gotta see it. Go ahead and follow us at DudeNougat in Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and hit us up on Reddit at r/I'm too sober for this. And without further ado, let's jump into the dumpster fire. You know, I'm a simple dude. I figured I'd pour myself a drink and talk about the monumental dumpster fire that was that debate. Because, damn, you know, on the one hand, you got the guy that's screaming, talking over everybody. On the other hand, you got the guy that literally did not seem to be able to answer a question. Like, he seemed like, he did the politician thing. He seemed like he answered it and obviously didn't. And to be honest, yeah, of course I have plenty of ammo about that. I mean, who doesn't, you know, with all the memes. But just to kind of recap, pretty much if you didn't see the debate, here's what you missed.
I know you are, but what am I? 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 I know you are, but what am I?
Good. All caught up? Okay. But when I went to go do the video, I found out something very interesting, and some of you may not have heard it yet, but cosmic irony of all irony of ironies. The President and the First Lady have tested positive for COVID. Now, there's a lot of times where people say I wouldn't wish something on my worst enemy. Given his position on this situation and how monumentally he's f***ed up time and time again, I'd say the situation finally warranted it. Now, I've known a few people to actually get the virus, and thank God they survived. Not many have been that lucky, though. And given his corpulence and his advanced years, let's just say I'm hoping he finally does actually have a plan for the whole insurance thing. Let's go ahead and just bring up the article. Only article I was able to find on it so far, but I'm sure there's more out there now. So this one was pulled up from Yahoo, which is about as reliable as a wet matchstick in the rain. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for the situation. Yes, we still have to clean the language up, even those things will get us demonetized. Like we're monetized already, but whatever. The president tweeted early Friday. Well, it's still Thursday, so I don't know how he tweeted Friday, but whatever. Trump's positive test comes just hours after the White House announced that senior aide Hope Hicks came down with the virus after traveling with the president several times this week. Trump was last seen by reporters returning to the White House on Thursday evening and looked to be in good health. Trump is 74 years old, putting him at high risk of serious complications from a virus that has now killed more than 200,000 people nationwide. Now, before y'all start freaking out in the comments section, let's be real about something. Yes, some of those people have had other conditions along with the current situation. However, if someone's got a broken leg and a bullet in the head, I'm probably going to attribute the bullet to the head as their main cause of being, unalive. But going back, Trump announced late Thursday that he and First Lady Melania Trump, God, I can't read, were beginning the quarantine process after Hicks came down with the situation, though it wasn't clear what that entailed. Probably him sitting around watching Fox News, eating friggin' Big Macs, because we know how healthy his diet is. The diagnosis marks a major blow for a president who has been trying desperately to convince the American public that the worst of the pandemic is behind them, even as causes continue to rise with less than 4 months before Election Day, and it stands as the most serious known public health scare encountered by any sitting American president in recent history. Funny enough, given his background and given his propensity for porn stars, I'm sure this is probably not the scariest test he's had to wait for. Some studies suggest situation patients who are obese may be at higher risk of being seriously sickened by the situation, although it is unclear whether that's because they are more likely to have other health conditions such as heart disease or
diabetes.
In his 2019 physical, Trump met the technical threshold for obesity. Fat as shit. The White House has access to near unlimited resources, including a constant supply of Big Macs, hookers, and orange spray tan. Constant supply of quick results tests, and still failed to keep the president safe, raising questions about how the rest of the country will be able to protect its workers. The White House got its first COVID-19 scare in early March when at least 3 people who later tested positive came in close proximity to the president at his private Florida club. Yeah, that club has always been a big point of contention for me. You know, he used to complain about, oh, the black guy went out golfing. Well, guess what? Your fat ass has been out golfing a hell of a lot more than he did, and you've accomplished a hell of a lot less. Scratch that, you managed to run our economy to the ground. Now, let's be real. A lot of these riots that keep happening, a lot of these crazy situations keep happening, all the right-wing loonies keep trying to say, oh, this is the side that the left wants. Guess what? The left isn't in control and hasn't been in control for a very long time, and this is what's happening. Not what's going to happen, but what's actually happening. So the only person to blame is the guy at the fucking wheel. I've said it before, he needs to take responsibility. He's not going to, but he needs to. And the people that keep trying to push this guy onto everyone else thinking that he's the obvious choice, I'm sorry. There are things that I agree with him on, and I'll be the first to admit it, but at the same time, there are things that I definitely disagree with him on, and the pros are massively outweighed by the cons of this guy. Just real talk. But if you're gonna vote for him, you're gonna vote for him. So here's the thing. Like I always say on this channel, I'm never gonna tell you who you can and cannot vote for, who you should and should not vote for. Vote your heart. Vote who you think will be best in there, and we'll do the same. And in the end, the votes will determine who's sitting in that seat next year. Unless, he's suggested something along the lines of that he's not going to give up that seat.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
But people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transfer of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
But who would do that? I mean, that's just ridiculous. Who would actually do that? Thank you for watching. If you stuck around, go ahead and throw in the comment at the bottom. I doubt anyone stuck around this long. If you dug it, hit the like button, subscribe, tell me what you thought in the comments below, even if you didn't dig it. If you didn't dig it, hit the unlike button. Tell me what you didn't like. Go ahead and complain, because you know what? That's what the comments are for. And engagement's engagement on this damn site, now isn't it? Now, depending on when it is, and if this situation clears up, I may actually just try and go ahead and live stream the damn debate myself, and we'll go through a little drinking contest too. I don't know, it'll be interesting. I mean, tell me if you guys want that. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.